With all eyes on the Trump-Putin meet in Alaska on Friday, a study by the Kiel Institute shows that the U.S. military support to Ukraine between April and June this year was nil. And this is contrary to the latest statement by the U.S. Vice President, who said that the U.S. is paying too much to support Ukraine, while Europe is paying too little. A June 2025 review by the Institute fact-checks claims by the U.S. on arms support to Ukraine and deportation of refugees since Trump assumed power for the second term. In terms of money paid per individual taxpayer, the most generous supporters of Ukraine are the Estonians and the Danes, and not U.S. citizens. Each taxpayer in Denmark and Estonia contributing close to 3% of the total national GDP to Ukraine assistance between January to March. Support to Ukraine by other allies was as much as $31.3 billion, while by the US it was $581,000. From April to June 2025, the group's findings showing US support to Ukraine was nil, and over that same period, total support to Ukraine by its other allies was $31.3 billion. In fact, since the war started, the aggregate non-US support to Ukraine from January 2022 to April 2025 outweighing US support significantly, and the gap is widening rapidly, while non-US support contributed $181.6 billion. US support is set to be $133 billion. The June 2025 review by the Institute, therefore, stating the U.S. contribution and taxpayer burden are even more contrary to J.D. Vance's narrative in a way.
If you care so much about this conflict, you should be willing to play a more direct and a more substantial way in funding this war yourself. I think the president and I certainly think that America, we're done with the funding of the Ukraine war business. We want to bring about a peaceful settlement to this thing. We want to stop the killing. But Americans, I think, are sick of continuing to send their money, their tax dollars to this particular conflict. But if the Europeans want to step up and actually buy the weapons from American producers, we're okay with that, but we're not going to fund it ourselves anymore.
Speaking of supporting Ukrainian refugees, Germany and Poland are major contributors to Ukraine on a per capita basis as per the study by the Institute. And Germany is home to 1.2 million refugees, while Poland hosts 990,000 refugees. In stark contrast, the burden on US taxpayers is less than 1% of the national GDP. And according to the US immigration figures, the United States has accepted some 287,000 Ukrainian refugees over the course of the war. This is about 7.3 times less than the number accepted by Poland and Germany combined. The social burden borne by an individual Polish citizen to provide asylum for Ukrainians is about 27 times greater than that borne by an American citizen.